Good morning, all. Welcome to Bio Thought. So, today we are discussing the origin of life and origin of living things, class 8. So, it's me, Anjali Krishna, and yes, let's move to the slide. Look at this picture. It is of Darwin finches, right? What did you observe? Exactly, the birds with different shapes and size of beaks, right? See, the shapes are different. And why do you think they have different beaks? Yes, they eat different types of seeds. So, they eat different types of food. And these birds adapted to different food habits and environments over time. And this is called as adaptation. That is different food sources, different beak forms. So, today we will learn something related to origin of living things and their adaptations. Now, look at this tree chart. In this, you can see the environmental factors influencing adaptation. Just observe what are the factors. Yes, you can see habitat, food availability, internal cellular changes, climate. So, according to these factors, some adaptations is causing in the organism, right? So, the factors that cause changes in living organisms, what are they? Habitat, food availability, and the internal cellular changes and the climate. So, just think, what are the environmental factors that cause changes in organisms? That we have already discussed. And now, how does this food availability affect the adaptations? So, according to the food sources, what will happen? According to the food sources, they will form different adaptations in the living organism. So, the consolidation is the environmental factors influencing adaptations, which is the changes in habitat, the first point, and the second one is the food availability, the third one, internal cellular changes, and the fourth one, climate. Now, moving to the chronological order of life on Earth. Let's see. See, this is something interesting, right? We can see the early Earth approximately 3.5 billion years ago. So the early atmosphere conditions is seen in the picture. So the first chronological order, we can see that the early Earth formed approximately 3.5 billion years ago. And next, the photosynthetic organisms, what they will do, they will release oxygen. So the photosynthetic organisms evolved. Then oxygen released into the atmosphere. See, the oxygen is released into the atmosphere. So this is the third step. Then complex life forms appears. That is, we can see the animal species and we can see the plant species evolved. So this is regarding the chronological order of life on Earth. We can just consolidate once more. That is, life emerged about 3.5 billion years ago, and simple organisms released oxygen, enabling complex life forms to evolve, that is photosynthetic organisms. Then oxygen is released into the atmosphere, and this leads to diverse plant and animal species. So just think, when did life emerge on Earth? And how did early organisms help in evolution of complex life? what was the result of these evolutionary changes? So always remember this order. It is already given in your textbook. You can just go through it. So once more, that is early Earth approximately 3.5 billion years ago. Photosynthetic organisms evolved. Oxygen released into the atmosphere. Complex life forms appeared. Now we can just consolidate the chronological order of life on Earth. That is, life emerged 3.5 billion years ago. Then what will happen? The simple single cell microorganisms came, and then the photosynthetic synthesis evolved. They use sunlight to make the food, and oxygen released into the atmosphere. So oxygen is gradually accumulated in the atmosphere, making Earth suitable for more advanced life. We know that photosynthesis released oxygen as a byproduct, and the diverse life forms evolved over time. That is, over time, complex organisms evolved, and this led to the great diversity of plants and animals seen on Earth today. So that's all about the chronological order of life on Earth. Now we can play an ICT video showing the evolutionary history of whales from Pachycetus to this modern whale.
The ancestors of modern whales, including the blue whale, was an ancient mammal named Pachycetus that inhabited the earth approximately 50 million years ago. Fossil studies have revealed that this organism possessed physical characteristics similar to those of wolf, along with the body shape adapted for swimming. As the descendants of these organisms spend more time in water, their limbs gradually evolved into flippers. The evolutionary history of whales serves an evidence for the fact that changes occur in living organisms as a part of their adaptation to changing environment. As a result, the Pachycetus evolved to modern whales.
Yes, this was something interesting. So let's play from the beginning. So that is, we can see this ancestors of whales, which is called as the
The
Pachycetus.
ancestors
So see this Pachycetus, which is like a wolf features it is having, and it was in the land living, and then came to the river, and which has we says that that is the Pachycetus is ancestors of modern whales. Over millions of years, adaptations to this aquatic life led to the evolution of whale with the flippers. Now we can see that after some gradually the evolution occurs, and these swimming adaptations, and what will the result? The result is that the evolution of whale with the flippers. Now you can see the flippers coming, emerging out. Yes, the flippers came, and that's all about the then this led to the modern whales. So it is from the Pachycetus to this modern whales. Pachycetus fossils we can see in the Pakistan area. So from that the name came Pachycetus. So that's all regarding this. So thank you. So today's class, what all we discussed, we can just consolidate. That is, what factors causes the changes in living organisms over time. We said the habitat, food availability, internal cellular changes, climate, and coming to the when did the life emerge on Earth? 3.5 billion years ago. And how did early organisms contribute to evolution of complex life forms? We had seen the steps. Now we are going to this the video part. That is In this, what is the ancestors of modern whales? Modern whales ancestors, we say that it
The
is
ancestors of
Pachycetus.
modern
Okay,
whales, including the
so it
blue
is
whale, was an
Pachycetus,
ancient mammal named
and
Pachycetus that
we see
inhabited the
that
earth
when it inhabited
approximately
into
50
this
million years ago. Fossil
river,
studies have revealed
the
that
whales have
this
formed.
organism possessed physical
That is,
characteristics
it has evolved
similar to
into
those of
this
wolf,
whale.
along with the body shape adapted for swimming.
So that's all regarding today's class. So hope you enjoyed, and try to draw a flow chart showing the chronological order of life on Earth from emergence of 3.5 billion years ago to diverse species today. And that's it. Thank you.